Hey, I want to welcome everyone to today's training on reputation marketing and want to really focus today on how to sell. Now, make no mistake about it, there is nobody right now in the marketplace thinking, I need reputation marketing. It's going to be the cornerstone of my entire business and how I'm going to dominate. They're thinking about everything else but reputation marketing. Matter of fact, if you polled 1,000 companies and asked them what reputation marketing is, 1,000 people would say, I don't have a clue. I know what reputation management is, not necessarily reputation marketing. So I want to be articulate about this. Do never ever use the words reputation management because you've got only one chance to make a first impression. And if you say management, immediately there's a stigma about that. And so it's vital that you always say the words reputation marketing. And so what we want to do is we want to educate people. So it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy, get out of the gates, but I guarantee you, when the light turns on, they're going to sign checks to you. It's going to be that easy, and it's the most lucrative thing that you could be doing. Everybody knows with mass marketing, with lead gen, with any other marketing that's out there, it takes time. It's work. But with reputation marketing, is set it and almost forget it. So let's jump in here and talk about how to sell reputation marketing. First of all, let me go over some very important logics of selling. Because those of you might be brand new to selling, those of you might be very experienced, but I want to give you some insider kind of systems that I use personally, and I always check myself against these systems. And this is how I set up every single training. So if you go back over any of my sales presentations when you actually purchase the programs, you'll see as clear as day, and you might even chuckle going, oh, there it is, there it is, there it is, because I make sure that I follow a system, and it's called presenting ops. So OPPS is my an acronym to make sure that I'm always remembering how to set it up. So whether it's a 2-minute presentation or a 20-minute presentation, it's just going to be important that when you educate, that you present in an order that's logical, in an order that's systematic. More importantly, the subconscious picks up on it. If you jump around, people are going to get real confused very fast. So let's jump in. Let's talk about ops. Ops first starts to talk about the opportunity. When everybody first wants to get educated or even educate someone, you can't talk about what you do and how you do it. That bores people, and they just don't care. People only care about what's valuable to them. So step one on anything you do for the rest of your life, you've got to figure out, did I explain the opportunity correctly? Did I really share how the opportunity works? How big it is, and the value that someone could get if they actually engage in the opportunity. And so for those of you that were on my Map Marketing Blueprint training before you actually purchased, you'll know that I spend the first 15 or 20 minutes talking about this worldwide marketing crisis that has hit every single company on every single corner of the planet. And if you're at the top, look at what's at the top. It's this huge opportunity, not for SEO, not for pay-per-click, but for mass marketing. So is everybody clear on that? Does that make sense? You start out with the opportunity. So whatever the opportunity is, you start with that. Okay, good. Crystal clear. All right, now the next thing we want to do is we need a confirmation from them. We need a confirmation that there is a opportunity problem. So it's not about the opportunity, it's about the problem. So you'll know on my trainings, I'll always say, does everybody understand that? Does that make sense? That in order to take a whole advantage of the opportunity, here's the problem. So that everybody goes, wow, there's this big gold mine. The problem is there's a tightrope from this cliff to that cliff to get to the gold mine. Do you guys see that tightrope? Do you see how like if you make one slip, you're going to fall off type of thing? So is everybody clear on the P stands for problem? So you state the opportunity. Uh-oh. Okay. Can everybody hear me now? Okay, good. Back. Okay. Thank you. So I'm stating the problem. So you have to get a yes. This is not an open-ended question. It is a yes. Does everybody understand? Does that make sense? Now, sometimes you can flip these. It's okay to flip them. But these two you have to do first. Okay, so the opportunity, then we state the problem. The next thing we do is we show undeniable proof. Undeniable proof that either the problem exists, and if you encounter this problem, these are the negative things that are going to happen to you, or undeniable proof that if you overcome the problem and get a hold of the opportunity, these are the unbelievable benefits that will happen to you. See, when it comes to proof, you can go either way. You can talk about the negative things if you don't have the opportunity, or you can talk about the positive things if you do have the opportunity. So does everybody get that? With proof, you can go either way, negative or positive. Give me some feedback on that. Clear? Crystal clear? Okay, good. So the next thing we want to do is we want to then sell the strategy and solution. So you talk about the opportunity. You make sure you get confirmation that they understand the problem. Then you actually give undeniable proof. And then you sell the solution strategy. That's called OPS. Opportunity, problem, proof, and then sell. You got to have the proof. The proof is a very, very subconscious thing that no matter what your salesmanship is like, the proof sells it for you. Now, there's two types of proof. There's actual proof you can do it, and there's social proof, right? So social proof is big. That's really what we're talking about in reputation marketing is social proof. That's the biggest game changer, the biggest converting psychological trigger there is. Okay, so do I have any questions on this, or would you like to go into the presentation of how you present this? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to go through this fairly quick, but I want you guys to grasp this concept. I developed Reputation Marketing Blueprint from two perspectives. One perspective is you walk through it yourself and you get a clear understanding of what it is and have a step-by-step strategy for doing it. But then you redo and you rewatch and go through Reputation Marketing Blueprint not as the learner or the student, but as the coach. So I repeated a lot of concepts in there so that you would get this, because I need Reputation Marketing Blueprint to change your language. And if you change your language, you change your business. So unlike MAPS Marketing Blueprint and other courses, I don't want you to go and teach and train companies and get companies to understand how to create a video. I don't want that. I don't want them to understand how to actually process 3 or 4 different strategies with local with picture promotion and backlinking. They don't care about that stuff. They don't need to know about that stuff. So there's a lot of stuff in other training courses that you don't want the client to know. But I'm going to say 90% of everything in MAPS Marketing Blueprint, I'm sorry, Reputation Marketing Blueprint, I want your client to know about. So I've done it really from an expertise standpoint to turn you into the industry's leading authority in reputation marketing. There's no talk show, no TV show, nothing you can't go on after going through that course that you won't blow people's minds at what you know. So does that make sense? So go through it as a student first and learn it, and then go back and say, now I need to have this language. And what I've done in this is I think I'm going to have it Monday for you. You're going to have everything I'm about to share with you. You're going to have my slides. You're going to have my language. You're going to have the presentation down pat, because I want you to go and rip it up. I don't want anything holding you back saying, I just don't know how to say it. I don't know what to do. It doesn't look professional. So literally the slides I'm giving you cost me over $500 to create and hundreds of hours of development time. I'm going to give them to you for free. So I'm going to take a little bit more time with it, but I at least want to give you a preempt for what you're about to get and get you started right away in learning it. So don't need to take notes right now, okay? I just want you to absorb, okay? So here's what we're going to do. This is your opening slide, okay? This is welcome to our marketing training. We're not going to tell them it's about reputation marketing, okay? We're going to talk about online marketing. So when we talk about, you can talk about reputation marketing, that's fine. But the opening slide doesn't, you want to like open this up like this big idea, this aha moment for them. So you put your company name, you put your, so pretty straightforward. The next thing we want to do is you want to ask the customer, your audience, a question. The question is, would you buy a product or service that has bad rating and reviews? And what's the answer to that? The answer is no, okay? We want them, remember, now I flipped this around. We're going over the OPPS. This is the P, this is the problem. I'm setting up the problem. I'm getting definitive answers on the problem. Question number 2. There are 2 products that are identical. One has 10 good ratings, the other has 3 reviews and 1 bad review. Which one do you buy? So I'm getting the engagement of the customer, and I'm getting them to think. What I'm doing is I'm preparing the mind for clarity on the topic. I just don't jump into the training. So I need them to buy in and make sure that I get a yes to the problem. Does that make sense? So you got to ask these 2 questions up front. It's almost like if you like sushi and you take a little of oh, I can't even think of that. What do you eat after sushi? The little tan ginger. There we go, ginger. No, it's ginger. Ginger clears the palate, right? These questions will clear the palate. Wasabi. That's right. Okay, good. So, a confused mind never buys. That's right. So now we have those 2 questions. Now you welcome them to reputation marketing training, the most important way that you can market your business. So let's talk about the changes. Reputation is everything. Would you not agree? So after these 2 questions we asked them, they would have to agree that reputation is everything and that the online marketing is changed and your competition doesn't know about it yet. So these are big triggers. So reputation marketing, online marketing's changed. Your competition doesn't know about it yet. This is now going, okay, what is this about? How do I learn more? So we've really set everything up. We've cleared the mind. Now we're ready to go. And so the first thing we want to do is I want to change your language. I call them aha moments, but that's for you and me because we've had a relationship for a while. You need to call them game changers. So there are the online marketing game has changed, and here's game changer number 1. Is my audio bad? Yeah, let me just. Okay, it's okay now? Okay. Okay, thank you. So the game changer number 1, any company name and city reveals the company's reputation. And so you need to do this with them. So what you'll simply do is say, look, you can type in any company name now, and this is recent. This is only 3 weeks old. 2 months from now, you'll say this is only 90 days old. A year from now, you're going to say this is less than 12 months old. Okay? You want to give them a date that this is very recent. That you put in their company name and the city and watch what comes up. So any company name plus any city reveals the company's reputation. So what we'll do is you simply want to say, look, so let me put in your company name and let me show you. And so give me a company name. You can use this as an automated webinar. Absolutely you can. So give me any company name and city. A company name and city, like a business, a doctor, an attorney. Edges Salon, Calgary. Okay, Edges. Sorry, I can't see my screen now. Edges Salon. Okay, now I want you to see what came up here. You guys got to get clarity on this. See this word that just came up? Edges Salon and Spa, Calgary Reviews. People are typing this in and they're searching for that company. More importantly, which is a clincher, they want to know if that company is good or not. So I don't care what city, there are 80 million of them. You can type in any company name. Now when I type this in, I want you to see what comes at the top. Everybody see this? Their reviews. This is what comes up every single time. So I know we went over this in the training when we first started here, but now it's not about you getting the aha moment. It's about your client getting the aha moment. This is what I want you to do with every single client. And say, now, your entire reputation is naked. Use the word naked, is naked before the whole world. And the reason we know people are looking is because Google suggested this, and the only reason Google suggested this is because there could be hundreds of people typing this in to find you. And look what they're going to find. They're going to find your bad reputation. More importantly, not only is your reputation at the top here, but your website articles and other things don't come up. All these other reviews come up as well. Look at this. Yelp. You see that? And only down here in the very bottom, which no one ever goes to. So the whole world is now seeing that you have a bad reputation on Yelp and you have a bad reputation on Google. Now, can anybody say, at this point in time, do we have the client? Are they going to start doing business with us? Give me some feedback. Yes. Yes, they will. Now, they won't. I'm going to say they're not going to sign a check to you, but they're interested. They want to start doing business with us. We've already put that, because what did they say 90 seconds earlier? They said that reviews are important because they said they would not buy anything from a company that had bad reviews, did they? They also said if two things being equal, if one had good reviews, the other one had even a slightly bad review, they would buy the other one with a good review. Now we just showed them they either have a bad reputation or they have no reputation. Don't call them. Nobody call them. Sean says, nobody call them. I'm calling them right now. That's awesome. Okay, so now let's go back to, so you can see right there, you've got them. I mean, they're on the hook with you. They're going to want to know more right away. And this is why we've had dozens and dozens of people write in saying, look, I need to get more information about this because I already picked up 2 clients in the last 48 hours. They're paying me a lot of money. So please help me get access to this when our servers were down. So game changer number 2, customer reviews are a major factor of almost every type of online marketing. So I let them know, say, look, it's not just about people typing your name in. If you decide to do any type of marketing in the future, you can see here, look, you've got customer reviews in pay-per-click. You see that? You've got it on Maps marketing. They're in website rankings now. They're in organic rankings. They're in local directories. They're everywhere. Did you know that? And again, I'm getting buy-in of the problem. So let's look at this now. Game changer number 3. So what was a big game changer that no one really realized in the last few months here is SEO, social media, pay-per-click, and local marketing. None of it works anymore. And you must say these words. None of it works anymore if you have bad reviews online. Because remember what you said you wouldn't buy? And now go back to the very first slide. Remember what you said when you said that you wouldn't buy anything with a bad review? So it doesn't matter if you're number 1 in Google. If you got bad reviews, would you agree? And they're going to say yes. So what we first need to do with the company is we create a 5-star reputation first, and then you market your products and services. Because if you were number 1 and we didn't do that, imagine if someone said, oh, they were unfriendly, they felt rushed, they got poor service, they were overpriced. What is all that time and all that effort doing if your reputation isn't a 5-star reputation online? And so I'm also seed dropping 5-star reputation the whole time. I'm using those words. I don't say reputation. I always say 5-star reputation. Can we also say that if there are no reviews, say absolutely. So you can say, look, you don't have any reputation at all, which is important because what I'm about to share with you, and let me just ask you, if there's your competition has 5 really good reviews and you have no reviews, where do you think your customers are going to go? They're going to go to the one with the reputation. And I'll show you why in just a moment here. So the next thing is, the last game changer is reviews send you pre-qualified, pre-sold customers because buyers trust reviews. And this is a pretty big deal. And they trust them as much as recommendations. So when your phone rings and you do an ad in the paper, do most people just say, look, I would love for you to do business. Can I just schedule an appointment now? Or do they ask about your price and your services? And they'll say price and services. So, and you know this is pretty easy language for most, but I just want you to get some clarity. Say, look, when someone sees a 5-star rating, they normally don't do that. They've already decided in their mind, this is the company I want to do business with because of this one factor. Buyers trust reviews just as much as personal recommendations. So if you've got reviews, that's just as like their mother, their father, their best friend recommending your company. Is that powerful or what? So you see, we're just educating now. There's no salesmanship. We're just educating. Now, this is game changer number 4. Still, I want to hit it out of the park. I want to make sure that I've pinned them to the ground and say, look, Nielsen, which everybody knows Nielsen, did a survey of what are the most trusted things that why people buy. Look at this. 92% say they trust recommendations from people they know. The next one under that, the very next one, isn't a website. It's not TV. It's not radio. It's consumer opinions posted online. Now look at that one. They trust a consumer posted review online more than they actually do a newspaper. So you can have an editorial, CNN come out and do a fantastic story on you, and they wouldn't trust that compared to us creating a 5-star reputation for you online. Does that make sense? Do you see the comparison? Do you see how I anchored CNN to a 5-star reputation online? Everybody see that anchoring going on? And by the way, anchoring is just a psychological neurolinguistics programming where you take something that's very valuable and you relate it to you being valuable. So I'm comparing a CNN interview to what we do. Okay? So this, by the way, I'm giving you all this stuff. You're going to have all these slides. So don't worry about, I got to get this down. I just want you to go through it and really just sponge it right now. Just kind of feel it, kind of try it on a little bit. Yes, I'm going to go through this entire thing in a script, and then I'm going to transcribe it and give it to you guys. So you'll have my exact language as well. Are you going to have proposals and contracts ready? No, Rodney, I'm not. I'm going to update those soon. My first priority is to get sales going. And if you buy the contracts and proposals, they already have reputation in them. You can just take the Maps marketing stuff out if you want to. I mean, it's pretty much in there already. So now we're going to get, why is reputation so vital to a business? Let's talk about that. 6 to 10 reviews. Watch this. And I'm sorry about the order. The order's out right now. Consumers look up an average of 10 reviews for making a decision. So how many reviews do you have, Mr. You've got 22 reviews. So immediately Google, your consumer is seeing that, hey, you have enough reviews for this to be credible. So what's credible? Your reputation's bad. That's what's credible. So I want to relate to 6 to 10 reviews as the mile marker for knowing what's credible. If someone's got 1 or 2 reviews, they're still not credible even if they're great. And why do I say that? Because in a recent poll, and I'll add the reference to this as well here, or a survey that was done, 70% of consumers trust businesses to have a minimum of 6 to 10 reviews. So this is going back to the earlier question that was asked. So how many reviews do you need? A minimum of 10. If you don't have 10, you're not trusted. So read this out loud to them. Without 10 5-star reviews, your business just isn't trusted, and your competition's business is trusted. So we got to get you to 10 5-star reviews immediately. So has everybody got clarity on this aha moment or this big game changer that your client's going to have? Holy cow, I need 10 reviews. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that having a review online is just like someone's dad or mom or best friend referring them to me. Very powerful stuff. So now that you have a little backdrop of why this is so important, what is reputation marketing? Well, it's simply position yourself as the market leader in front of thousands of buyers with a 5-star reputation. That's it. So what is reputation marketing? Position yourself as a market leader in front of thousands of buyers with a 5-star reputation. Now, so how do you create a good reputation marketing strategy? So here we go. 1, you have to know your reputation. So the question I would ask them is, do you know your reputation online? And then this is where you will use your reputation report. Okay? This is the big aha moment. This is going to crush them. So you'll use the report. You'll say, we have a proprietary process that is patent pending that we can look and take a look and see not only what directories you're in and that you need to be in, but now if you're in a big crowd, this is great. If you're one-on-one, you would just take their phone number and actually put it in your reputation report. And after they see this, after they understand and get clarity on this, I can't imagine a company not saying that has a budget and that's doing really well and wants to make sure that that they don't have any issues with their online marketing. Not this. In my opinion, this is more like insurance policies for online marketing. And everybody understands insurance very, very well. So this is clear. This gives people clarity to say, look, we have to make sure this is insurance that all the money that you spent and all the goodwill and all the branding and all the time it isn't just for nothing because you've got bad reviews. And by the way, do competitors put bad reviews about you? Absolutely they do. So and what I want to share with them is this. So I want everybody to see this. I'm going to play this. Let me see tell me if everybody can kind of hear this, and I'll play it really loud.
This morning, scammers are making some restaurants an offer that they really can't refuse.
Oops, sorry.
Or they'll post a nasty rating in an online review site like Yelp or Angie's List about the restaurant or the hotel. So it's a new type of cyber scam
Just listen
that
to this.
can really hit a business in their pocketbook. Claudia Count is live in San Francisco on this. So Claudia, boy, that sounds almost like blackmail. What's going on here?
Well, Martha, no exact numbers on all of this, but anecdotal evidence suggests it's a growing problem because scammers know these online reviews carry a lot of weight and they can affect a company's bottom line. Some are willing to pay to keep those bad reviews from popping up, but not Sacramento restaurant owner Sonny Mayuba. He described how a patron recently tried to shake him down after alleging they got food poisoning.
I'm going to do a scathing review of you on Yelp and report you to the health department. However, if you buy me a $100 gift card to Ella, which is a nice restaurant here in town, you'll save me from doing all those things. And to me, that was extortion.
Well, he didn't pay a dime, and that customer's post, while negative, didn't mention anything about food poisoning, confirming Mayuba's suspicion it was all made up. Legal experts say he was wise not to pay or file a lawsuit. They say that can do more harm than good to a business's reputation. They say the better course is to use social media to explain their side of the story and to work even harder to earn more positive reviews. Martha?
Boy, you can see how this is a...
Okay, did you hear that? I love that ending. And work even harder to earn positive reviews. So I just sent the link out to everyone. Guys, you are on the ground floor of a market that is opening up beneath your feet and it is about to explode. So let me send that link out one more time. So this is what people are now starting to talk about, okay? This is very big, and no one's got this type of data. No one's got this type of information. So what we want to do is I'm going to go back and let's talk about their reputation. And so what you're doing is you're going to create yourself as an authority on this, and you're going to be able to do that because you've got a proprietary system that actually does this, and no one else has. So the next thing we want to do is we want to talk about the strategy. So you'll explain them, look, here's the strategy that we use with our customers. Number one is we develop a 5-star reputation, then we market that reputation, and then we manage that reputation, and then we create a reputation marketing culture. Now, this is the blueprint. This is why I designed it this way. It's designed specifically so that you not only understand the process, but in turn, you've got clarity on articulating this to your customers and your clients. So how do you develop a 5-star reputation? And what I'm going to do is we're going to go through, we talk about postcards. Why do you think I could put postcards as a bonus? Business cards, email templates, and a private review page. And you'll spend just a few seconds talking about this private review page where what we do is we're very proactive with people. We don't want them putting a scathing review because your administrator had a bad day on a website. We'd rather give them an opportunity to put it into our review page where it never hits the web unless we let it hit the web. And they're going to go, oh my goodness, that's amazing. So we create a private review page to send out to customers. So when we do a postcard, we don't send them to Yelp or Google Plus or any of those. It's just too difficult. They got to log in. They got to create accounts. We send them to our personal review page. Business cards, we send them to our personal review page. When we email people, personal review page. So does everybody see why? Does this make sense why this personal review page is so important? It goes, everybody, we're pushing them into it, right? So, and we're the only ones that have it. So, I mean, you're the only one that has this. No one else has a personal review page at all. So now the next one is you market your reputation. So how are you going to market that reputation? Well, there's a couple different strategies that we recommend for people. Now I want you to be very careful on this slide because this slide could get you in trouble because they might think that when you propose them that because you talked about all these, that this is what you're going to do for them. So it's very important you say these are reputation ways to market your reputation. For instance, you could do video review marketing. Now, we already established that reviews convert, do they not? Yes. Well, reviews convert even more. So grabbing your customer and putting them and having those videos is unbelievable. It literally makes you the industry leader almost instantly because no one else has them. Website marketing. Now, do you have reviews on your website right now? They're going to say no, or they're not accessible on the homepage. Well, we have a system where we actually stream, don't say stream, I'm sorry. We have a system where the stream of reviews that come in on all these different sites, we monitor them, and we will post the latest reviews to a website. So you don't have any reviews on your website right now? No, I don't. Well, that's important because reviews convert, yes? So when people come to your website, you want those reviews to be on. Social media marketing, then there's maps marketing, then there's email marketing, and there's sales marketing. So you think it would be powerful if you had a 5-star reputation that your customer or your salesperson, when they go out and they meet with the customer, types in your name and then shows them your unbelievable reputation online, and then they read the reviews of other customers that rave about you in front of that prospect? How do you think that prospect's going to feel? They're going to feel sold, or they're going to feel like, wow, I'm working with a very reputable company? These are powerful strategies that your competition doesn't even know how to use yet, but now you do. Okay, so we're talking about marketing your 5-star reputation, and one of the things I want to make clear is that they don't think that this is something that you're going to do for them in your proposal, because you might just do reputation marketing for them, meaning build a reputation, help them market to their website, and manage that reputation, but not necessarily are you going to do the video reviews or the maps marketing or sales marketing stuff. These are just ideas to get their thought process so that you can upsell them in the near future or currently. So especially with the video review marketing, for you to be able to charge them $1,000 to do a couple reviews on your iPhone, which that bonus is coming here in just a little over 2 weeks here for those of you that sent me a video testimonial. And so what we're going to do, and so the next thing you want to do is manage your 5-star reputation. So say, in managing your 5-star reputation, it's very important that you realize that you can't manage your reputation by just doing like a Google alert. And there are very few technologies in the world right now that allow you to manage your reputation, because when you do like a Google alert only alerts you if new content gets created on the web and it has your name in it or whatever word that you're looking for. Well, necessarily when people go to Yelp or they go to Google Plus or they go to City Search or Yellow Pages, they don't talk about your name. That's an assumption already that we're talking about you because they're posting a review to your page. So the only way to monitor is with very special technology, which we have. And that technology actually monitors the site. And so what we do is when they monitor, we actually review and it lets us know. So we'll actually create a bi-weekly report. Now, I want to be clear on this. Don't say that the software does everything. You want to say that you've got software and technologies that help you, but you don't want to say that it does all this work for you. You just want to say, in monitoring, you need very proprietary technologies. And we actually are the very few companies in the world that have a technology that actually monitors all the different sites. And so it'll tell us what happens and when things happen. And so what we do is we create bi-weekly reports for your company, and we'll send it out to you every 2 weeks. And then we'll manually create daily alerts, and so that if you get a bad review, you know about it that day so that we can respond to it. And so we also make sure that it's location-based. So do you have more than one location? Well, each location has its own listing in Yelp, has its own listing of Google+. So it's important that when you've got multiple locations that you actually monitor every single one of those locations, because you could be losing business and one company in one location is doing really, really well. The other company, they're just not fulfilling very well. They're not answering the phones very well. They're not serving their customers very well. And so you don't want that reputation literally spreading like a virus to your other locations, because those reviews will show up and impact the other locations as well. So does that make sense? Okay, and then posting the reviews. And now this is important because when we manage a 5-star reputation, it's important to grab reviews from the customers and post them. And businesses cannot do this themselves. So they're left to a choice. They either have to use a reputation marketing company like us, or they actually have to leave it to chance that customer will leave a really good review for you. And the problem with that is that, and the reason why you can't post your own reviews is Google and Yelp, they have these major sophisticated filters that if you don't change your IP address, there are like 7 things you have to do, and if one of those things are out of place, the review gets wiped off. So you could have 10 reviews and go online and try to post them yourself, but they won't show up at all. So in order to get these reviews posted, we have to do a credible amount of work in reference to make sure that they do get posted, and more importantly, they stay. So that when other potential customers come to your site or type in your name, they see these amazing 5-star raving reviews about you, and they're not wiped off next week or next month. So businesses can't post their own reviews without some of the technologies and processes that are in place. Or you could just leave that up to chance and hopes that a customer is going to leave a great review for you when they do that review. So does everybody see, everybody hear the language, leaving it up to chance? So after you've gone through this process with someone, in my opinion, there's nothing left. I mean, they've already agreed that, yes, I'm not going to do business with the company with bad review. Yes, my company has no reviews, or it doesn't have a very good reputation. Yes, I understand that even if I have a great reputation, that tomorrow that could change. That someone could put a bad review on tomorrow, and then that's the first thing that people see is that bad review. And that could actually hinder the next customer coming through my door. So what are you going to do about that? Number one is you don't really want to have people going directly to these local companies to leave a review. you want them putting it into your own private review portal so you control everything. Would you agree with that? And they're going to say yes. And after you get that yes, there's really nothing more except for you to put something together for them of what you're going to charge them. So the private review portal is a big name. Yep. Where do I sign is the only reply. Okay, so let me go over some questions real quick. Now we've gone through, and I want for those of you that are out there right now marketing today and tomorrow and the next day until I get all this ready for you guys. I just want you to go through the process of, hey, this is the opportunity. You're going to get commitments that they understand the problem. You're going to make sure that you talk about the solution and give them the strategy to do it. But when they see you got clarity, when the mind is clear, decisions are easy, or when values are clear, decisions are easy. And so when you give them clarity on this process, step by step, we first create, then we market, and then we manage. And then the last thing you want to talk about is creating a reputation marketing culture in their business. And creating a reputation marketing culture means it's not just about me and you having this conversation. It's about your entire company being on board to making sure that each customer gets a first-class client experience. Would you agree with that? And they'll say yes. And then you'll simply say, so what are your plans to create that type of a culture to make sure that everybody's on board and that you don't get scathing reviews online in the near future? And just listen. So when you actually explain them, in August 1st or the first week in August is when we plan to have this ready. We're building each one of you inside Reputation Kahuna what we call a reputation training center. And I'll be creating non-branded videos so that you can just you can literally give the portal to someone. You can give the link to the company. They can email it to their employees or staff. Each staff member can log in by putting their name in their email. They'll watch a few videos and then they'll take a short quiz. And that quiz will determine whether they're really on board and they really understand how important reputation is to the company, and they're going to do their best to make sure that every client has a first-class experience. So so that's really going to position you with a cherry on top of being able just not to manage the reputation, but be able to help change the culture. And when you've done that, you are now have a client that you can do anything with. Because once you help them with their name, they're open to all kinds of possibilities. Whatever product you have next is the product they're going to be working with. Whatever recommendations you recommend, that's the recommendation they'll be going with. Yeah, you'll become an essential part of their business, absolutely. What's the recommendation for the best way to information out there to owners? What is your #1 method for generating good leads into your sales funnel? Well, I'm going to let you know. Well, first of all, we did a training on lead gen. We did one last month, and we did one 2 months ago. And I showed you Craigslist strategies, and make no mistake about it, people are on Craigslist with bad reputations. They have no idea about it. We did strategies on Groupon, and make no mistake about it, people with Groupon, do you think people that use Groupon and get a really cheap service might put some bad reviews on after they got that cheap service? Yeah. So it's important. Do you think it would be great if a company used Groupon or Living Social, once they got all these customers, that they had a reputation marketing system in place to grab all these great reviews? And if they're going to actually lose money, in the process, at least they should grab some 5-star rating reviews to post online and build up their reputation online. Where can I put? Does that make sense of how to go find clients? Clients are everywhere. They're everywhere. So let me answer a few questions here. I've fallen in love with Craigslist in the past. Thank you for that info. Absolutely, Lewis. Can JesusBook.com be added to the system to scrape reviews? You can put in a support ticket. We've got enough reviews, and we're going to be adding more. Right now, we want to bring on New Zealand and Ireland. That'll be the next ones. And then we'll go back and we'll add more review sites. Let me see here. Groupon will now allow some companies with bad reviews to post deals because the deals won't sell. The Groupon won't make money. That's true. It goes both ways. Groupon's very particular about who they actually work with. You have to qualify with Groupon. But more importantly is, number one, people don't have a follow-up system for Groupon and Living Social. They don't have any type of system whatsoever. But number two is they don't have a system for capturing reviews. If you show them that you can send out a postcard or the waitress or waiter has a review card that they can give to each person that came in, say, look, we want a review, here you go. So the great little systems you can put in place. See, reputation is twofold. It can be actually threefold. It can be the foot in the door, a huge foot in the door for a conversation no one's ever having. Number two is it's something you can make a heck of a lot of money with, and it can be the most important thing that you do for a company. Or number three, it can fall somewhere in between. You could use reputation marketing as an enhancement to the marketing you're already doing, and if you have 5, 7, 10 customers, and you're going to charge them $300 to $400 a piece just to do this, you're going to bring another $3,000 to $5,000, and which another $60,000 to $70,000 a year, just for putting a few systems in place. If you are cold calling, how would you lead with reputation marketing instead of Google plus local? Well, I think I just shared that with you. And more importantly is you have to look at their reputation online. In the same way that we approach maps, we would approach with reputation. I noticed that you don't have any reputation online. I noticed you have some bad reviews. Would you like to learn how to make sure, and I think these words are important, you can't remove bad reviews, right? You can't say remove bad reviews. But what would be a good word to say? Say, how would you like to blank those bad reviews? What would be a good word? Minimize, mitigate, fix, replace. Replace the bad reviews, hide the bad reviews, right. Eclipse, very good. So these are the words you want to use. Never use the word remove because you can't remove them. But you could change the bad reviews, right? Is it possible to follow up with that person that left a bad review and get them to change that review? Absolutely. So first of all, I don't think you should be doing any cold calling at all on this stuff. I mean, if you've got the technology that we've given you, you can easily send out a link to their reputation report. You can easily, talk to 5 people that know you, like you, and trust you already. I mean, is there anyone that doesn't know 5 business people? Is there anyone that doesn't know a dentist? Okay, so what I'm saying is that, I would be, this week, your goal should be, I want to talk to 10. Now, you're not going to sell them. You're just going to sit down with these businesses that you know are professionals and say, I want to introduce you to an entire new way that companies market online. I'm so excited about it, and I wanted to go over it with you. You're not selling them. You're just introducing them to the concept. You're educating. And then come back a week later and then ask them if they know of anyone or any business owners. And I'm saying it's very easy conversation. Step 1 is you got to educate. No cold calling? What about direct mail? Sure, you could direct mail. We actually give you direct mail postcards inside as a bonus. You could absolutely mail those. My point is that cold calling this. There are other ways to do this. There are other people online. There are bad people with bad reviews online. And I've seen posts, and I know a lot of you have told me that you've gone on and actually seen people posting gigs on Fiverr and other places that you can actually, I mean, what about going to Fiverr? And, this would be people looking at reputation and saying, I can show you how to replace your bad reviews for $5 and have a $5 conversation with them and go over this training we just went through and explain what you do and how you do it. Those are great leads. I know plenty of people that do gigs and lose money for $5, but that $5, they make money for pitching people. Well, does it work in Australia yet? Yes, it does work in Australia. Something on pricing. David, pricing is a very, very difficult thing to talk about, and here's why. For the car wash that's doing 1,000 cars, a month, it's one price. For the car wash the hand car wash guy, that's another price. Just know the minimum. The minimum you should be charging is $200 a month, but we've got people that are charging $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 a month to other establishments. Establishments are like restaurants and hotels and small hotels like 100-bed units, or small restaurants that only seat 150 people in the whole place. So, and this is per location. So it's very difficult to get a price unless you tell me the industry and the niche that you're going for. I mean, you got to think of a roofer. One bad review for a roofer, 2 bad reviews for a roofer. I mean, holy cow. So, typically $500 to $1,000 a month for reputation marketing. But there are some industries or niches that are very small that you might only want to watch $200 or $300. Pizza restaurant, that's an easy $300 to $500 a month. A dentist with 10 locations, that's $500 a location. Setup fee. The setup fee is what you want to charge. It's kind of new, setting it up, but I would be charging your monthly is a setup fee. So whatever you charge in the monthly is what your setup fee should be. JP says, for reputation pricing, you can reputation.com is between $7,000 to $15,000 a month. My pitch is, what if it costs you one job? How much is that worth to you? And that's brilliant, JP. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so let me ask you this. Who's actually sold reputation marketing services? Let me bring you on the line, and I'll answer your questions live, but maybe you can help others to get some clarity on what you've been doing. Okay, Greg says I have. And Greg, do you have a mic? If you have a mic and speakers and you sold reputation services, okay, so Greg, do you have a mic and speakers? John, do you have mic and speakers? Okay. Hold on, let me get you in here. Okay, John. Hey, John, how are you?
Tremendous.
Can you hear me pretty well?
Tremendous. No, I hear you tremendous. Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for coming on real quick and kind of giving everybody a little bit of insight on how long you've been selling reputation marketing services.
Well, we've packaged it in with our local stuff, so we're going on 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
Reputation for the last 12 to 15 months.
12 to
doing
15.
it the old traditional way of just focusing on what reviews we could find manually.
Okay, I see. And so, and what would you? Can you give a general industry and what you're typically charging for just reputation management?
Yeah, it really is niche specific, and I think the way we always view it is what's a customer, what's a client worth to you, because it varies all over the map. We deal with several hundred chiropractors, and for their $1,500 to $2,500 per patient. That's a different pricing than say, more. And we've stayed away until now with what you put together from restaurants and hotels and things like that. We just haven't gone after that business until this week. So I would take a whole different approach with them.
Fantastic, and I would too. I typically stay away from them. when it comes to marketing, but when it comes to reputation, it's a whole new ball game because it's easy once it's set up. It's not like you've got a lot of brain damage, moving forward. And let me ask you, tell me how you think you're going to use the products and services for Reputation Report and Reputation Kahuna. What do you think of them? How could you use them? You see that as being a game changer?
Well, I did a video for you the other day, and I could barely contain myself. I'm going to use it in two ways. With our existing clients, and we also deal with auto repair. I just got orders that basically came over the phone. And these were all clients, so let me back up.
John, and I apologize. You actually cut out, and it's probably my internet for some reason again. Could you just restate that about how you said you have said after I just contain myself? I can hardly contain myself. Why don't you go after that?
Sure, two ways. Number one, with our existing clients, and again, we deal in about five niches. Going to those existing clients that we've been doing, I'll just call it MAPS marketing stuff for over the last 1 to 3 years, and saying, oh, by the way, and our thought was we would actually run a local reputation report for each one of them and send it to them, and basically, do we need to talk? Just lead with the question, do we need to talk?
Right.
And then take it from there. And quite frankly, for our existing people that we're already getting paid for, to price that different. And then in that case, for example, we're not leading with reputation. We haven't been leading with reputation marketing at all.
Okay. For
new people, in fact, I just had a couple auto repair guys who approached us last week, and unfortunately I'd put together a proposal for them to do a whole remake of their websites and local MAPS marketing, and then added on our little reputation thing at the end before your product came out. And in my conversation with the guy on Monday, he has three different locations, I said, cancel everything I said before. We're going to start with reputation because they have, for their 3 facilities, each of them have negative reviews. And when I ran the report, I said I wasn't aware of that up to then, but when we ran the report for those 3, I said, holy cow. And I just told them, I said, why do we want to waste our time in trying to get you good ranking when people go online and just going through the 4 ahas that you talked about last week? I went through each of those, and he said, yep, makes sense, makes sense. I said, so I don't want you to waste your time and money right now. Let's get your reputation taken care of over the next month, and then we'll roll into the other stuff.
And how do you respond?
And he said, yeah, can I give you a credit card number? I'm dead serious.
It's just that easy, isn't it?
It is that easy. And I was making a note of just, it's not like we don't have enough to do, but I'm here in Cincinnati, and so there are 5 different niches that I've got one of our team members just going out and running reports in niches as we speak. And we'll identify 5 to 10 in each one of them that have crappy reviews. I've actually created a landing page site that we're going to send them to, and just basically said, we'd like to get your, I want to get their email, because if they go into local reputation report, I can't get their email. So I want to get their email and then send them.
Actually, you can. Actually, you can. In the back office. Yeah, in the back office, under let me actually show you. Take a look at my screen. We'll jump in here.
I spent 2 hours this weekend trying to find it.
No. It's I apologize for that. Is that helpful for everyone? Everybody get some feedback on that. Was that helpful to hear how easy it is for just having a conversation, going through the 4 aha moments, talking about how this is changing the game, and and really get the customer instantly gets clarity, and when values are clear, the decision is easy. He's like giving a credit card. And while I'm actually booting this up real quick, would you mind maybe just talking about the the pricing. How would you price someone as even small as?
Okay, yeah, great question. For the 3 auto repair, for the guy with the 3 auto repair facilities, I priced it at $197 a month, but we were doing that as an add-on to other services. Mm-hmm. And what I told them in my conversation Monday, and then I just actually emailed them this morning the details. I said, I'm going to honor that pricing because I was ignorant when I got you that information. And so I put together a whole scope basically based on your presentation from last week. And or the training videos. Mm-hmm. Just itemized the thing, and I'm going to honor the 197. But I said I'm doing this with the promise that you are not going to share this pricing with anybody else in your group because I've got about 100 people I can talk to.
Right.
They're going to pay more.
Right.
It's so much value. It's at least $300 to $500 a month.
Yeah, and I see that, I mean, very, very clear on that. So really, in just as, I mean, this is just minor, there was zero, how much hesitation was there for the $200 a month?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, it was, can I give you, none.
None, okay. So I just want everybody to know there's zero resistance at that $200 mark and $300 mark. And if you go through it and they get clarity on the value of this, you're not going to have any trouble actually going a lot higher than that. So,
your presentation and again the training videos were phenomenal. The way you and Mercedes laid the whole thing out with her Reputation Kahuna, it's just bang bang bang, and as you said, clarity. And so I'm speaking really from authority because I've gone through it 3 or 4 times now, mm-hmm. and it's just authority and bang. All the trigger points you talked about last week are right on.
Fantastic. Well, I'll make sure to make sure that I get this out in your hands so you can have even more of a tool to get more appointments like that. And was that a current client of yours you said, or is that a brand new client?
The guy who's given us the 3 is not a current client.
Okay.
I mean, he knows me.
But and was that a referral, or was that someone you had a conversation at Starbucks? Just give me a quick idea of.
Oh no, I've known these guys because I'm pretty well networked.
Okay.
In this particular niche, and so people knew of me, and I've known these fellas, so there's a high trust factor already.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. Everybody give it. Is that a good help for everybody? Everybody's saying yes. Fantastic. So thank you so much. I appreciate it, John. And
okay.
What I'm going to do is let you off now, and I'll go through this real quick. Internet's super slow, but I'll show you exactly where that is in just a second here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So is that helpful for everyone? Give some good feedback. Oh, lots of thank yous, John, there from everyone. Okay, good. And all right, so let me jump in here. What other? Let me look at my questions board here one more time. And let's see. Okay, so what are some of the niches to sell reputation services to, Jay? I was asking. There's just a lot of them, a tremendous amount that you can be sending them to. So it's just, we just talked about 3 of them right there. I mean, especially auto detailing. It's just every company needs this. Every company, every brick and mortar company needs this. So, okay, let's see. When will the site be updated for duplicate reviews and reputation report done? Let me just explain that again. There is no real update coming per se because those reviews are duplicates on multiple websites. So, but we're going to be working on that beginning of next week. So right now, you just want to sell those duplicate reviews that you see is, oh my goodness, it's spreading. These bad reviews are now going all over the web, and we got to get this stopped as soon as possible. Okay. The one piece that's missing is actually how to post reviews on Google. I don't think that's missing because in module, I believe it's module 3 to manage the reviews, I go into great detail explaining you got to create an account, you got to optimize the account, you actually have to change your IP address, you have to clear your cache. So I go in great detail. I don't do a live training per se, but I plan on doing that. So if you give me till next week, we'll put a live one on there. But let's just do this first. Let's forget about posting reviews. Let's forget about, Reputation Kahuna and all those other little things that you want to learn. let's go out and get some contracts. Let's go out and make some money. Because what I'm really concerned about is everybody getting caught up in the details and not having any money in their bank account. So here, I say this a lot, but let me just reiterate this. You should not be fulfilling on any customers until August 1st. Their reputation's been bad for 2 years. Another month's not going to hurt. So everyone, this is what I want you to do. Use this language. If you get your contract, you get your money in by Friday, our docket opens up August 1st to take on 5 new customers. So on August 1st, we can start. If you don't get it on Friday, then we may have to push it back to mid-August or even September to get started. So can you get your contract and your money in by Friday? And so what you're doing is, first of all, you're setting the expectation that you're super busy. But number 2 is that you don't have to do anything until August. So what I want you to do is running around grabbing lots of checks and lots of orders and putting $10,000, $15,000 in your bank account. And then when August comes and you got to fulfill on all this, it's going to be the best August of your life because you're going to have a lot of money in your bank. And it's going to be very easy to fulfill. Matter of fact, you're going to be fulfilling and doing this reputation marketing stuff with a big old fat smile on your face because for the first time you got lots of money. Does that make sense? So the problem is there's 2 parts of a business. There's sales and there's fulfillment. And everybody runs into sales and they run into fulfillment. They get caught up in fulfillment and they got to run back into sales. And they get a sale, they run back into fulfillment. No, you never do that. You run to sales and you stay there until you grab as much cash as you want. And then you go back and you fulfill it all at one time. More importantly, you hire someone else to fulfill for you. You don't do the work, silly. You get others to do it. Because you've got $10,000 or $15,000 in your bank account in 1 month. Now you take $2,000 or $3,000, you give that to a person, and you have them do it. And you go out and grab another $10,000. Because you know 10 of that's yours, 3 of that's going to be whoever you hire. Does that make sense? Thank you for finally saying that. Oh, Michael, you got to be on more trainings. I'm getting other comments saying, please, this is boring, David. You say it over and over again. We get it. We understand it. Okay? Not only that, but 1 month later, you get another 1,000. That's right. That's right. You get another 10,000. Very, very well said. Not boring at all. Okay, good. Should we give them details on what we are going to do for them when we try to close the deal? Yeah, we're going to manage your reputation. We're going to create reports for you. We're going to give you alerts. We're going to help you gather these reviews. We're going to post these reviews for you. Listen, make no mistake about it. The burden's on them to get the reviews, not you. You can't conjure up reviews. You can help them by giving them tools and strategies. But my goodness, we're building their business. You know, you can't help someone more than they don't want to help themselves. And they got to be crystal clear on this. There's nothing more important than their reputation. Can we use MMA to scrape reviews yet? No. I have another tool coming out for that in about a month. No. Scrape reviews? Oh, if you want to use Mass Marketing Analyzer to go find bad reviews, sure you can. It's not. I don't use Mass Marketing Analyzer for I use it for fulfillment, not for sales. But yeah, that's possible. You can. Many of them have offline reviews that you can post. Yes, very good. Well said, Wally. What would you recommend to train our new staff outsourcer on reputation marketing? Start them on. Yeah, Thomas, I would start them on. I give you up to 4 IP addresses. Say, look, I need you to understand our strategy, the philosophy, and what we're doing. So I've got a course for you. Have them watch the course of Reputation Marketing Blueprint. And then go in and say, look, this is what I want done. I want you to set up our customers inside Reputation Kahuna. Watch these training videos. Just remember, guys, the key to outsourcing is really twofold. Number one is you have to build the systems, the process, and the training and the duplicatable formula for someone to follow. Step 2 is You have to go find someone to follow it. I've done all the hard work for you. I've done the heavy lifting. I've created the trainings, the step-by-step processes, the database systems to keep it organized, and tools that will turn you into a rock star. The only thing you have to do is go find someone with a half intelligence enough to actually follow instructions. That's it. I'm considering, is there anything we could do with Yelp? When you say do with Yelp, I'm not too sure what you mean, Sean. Do you have Mass Market Analyzer? Only brings 7 results. Google API allows you bring 20 with no hassle. Just update it. No, JP, I'm going to build a whole other product. It's going to be out in about 3 or 4 weeks, and it's going to do stuff you only dreamed about doing, JP. Literally, JP's a brilliant marketer, and I'm letting you know, even in JP's best local marketing dreams, you haven't seen this yet. So you're going to love it. I have big dreams. A blueprint of the outsource process would be super cool. Joe, that would be called Outsourcing Made Simple, which is another course for only $9.97. And if you like it, you can email me. I'm happy to sell it to you. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't have an outsource course. I actually do have a course. It's not available anymore. But you can, there's tons of courses out there to learn how to outsource. There's tons of stuff to do. You can go on Odesk. It's not difficult. I mean, we were all hired at one point in time. We know what the hiring process is. People turn in a resume. You do an interview. Here's a trick. You guys want to know a real trick? Here, let me show you a trick. Instead of you outsourcing, right, why don't you outsource your outsourcing? So write that down. Outsource your outsourcing. Okay? So what does that mean? That means go and hire a human resource person for 2 or 3 hours a day for a week and say, look, I'm looking for this type of person. You will find people on Odesk and Elance and Freelancer and Craigslist that all they did for 10 years is sit behind and review resumes and interview people. That was their job. They would love to do extra work. They're looking for extra money. You can pay them $8 to $10 an hour. For about $100, you will find the most brilliant people on the planet because they were outsourced for you. Outsource your outsourcing. That's right. Why do you need to learn it? Hire someone else to do it. Okay? Oh, the outline. Oh, I'm sorry. The form. I got to get to the form. Okay. If you click on features, we're in Reputation Report. This is your back office. Okay. If you scroll down here and you click on content, opt-in box. See, it says content. Oops, can't see the screen. There we go. Home page, content, home. You see this opt-in box? There we go. See that? All in white. Here it is right here. Name and email. See that? If you click name and email field, look at this, this is cool. They will instantly get an email and we use tokens. So you can create your own email for them to see. So as soon as they put their email in, it will take the client name, if you ask for the name, the report URL, and your information here. See this? Why isn't there a phone number in the field, Ron? Because the phone number is it's mandatory. You can't make a report system optional without a phone number. Right? Does that make sense? You have to have it. It's mandatory. So, okay. So name, email, and then this is the email that they'll get a response to right here. So you can update that. And then what email it's from. So you can see here that this is the email that you're using. What about a cell phone number? Here's the thing. When you get people to opt in, the whole reason we don't ask for multiple, we could ask for more fields, but the more fields you put, the less opt-ins you're going to get. So that's why we only put a phone number. But if you want to grab their email and you want to grab their name, the option's here for you. How does how does one get this product? This is a $67 a month. Yes, this is called Reputation Report. It's inside what we call a Reputation Power Suite. And if you go to the products pricing, you see Power Suites. You'll see this. It's not available to the public at all. It's only available for those that buy Reputation Marketing Blueprint. So it's only available for those that buy a Reputation Marketing Blueprint, and it's free for 30 days. So if you purchase Reputation Marketing Blueprint, you don't have access to Reputation Power Suite here, you're missing out. That's what everybody's talking about. If you have Reputation, this is what you get access to. Just go into Reputation Marketing Blueprint and follow the steps. Okay. Now, for those of you want to make sure that you're sending me emails, sending me a video testimonial as well. I'm going to give you guys access to the early edition of the testimonials page, which is how we create video testimonials. We're going to show you the equipment we use, the lighting, the layouts. We're going to give examples. We're going to turn you into a video testimonial rock star. So if you want to learn to make an extra $500 to $1,000, make sure that you send it to realstrategic@gmail.com. So you've only got like 3 more days until Monday to do that. So a video testimonial of what you thought of Reputation Marketing Blueprint. So let me, yeah, it came out. Let me see here. So you sent it to realstrategic@gmail.com. So video testimonial. Let me just write that in here. All right, let me send it out to everyone. So if you got a video testimonial you want to send in, I'll give you early access to that. Plus, I've got something super cool to give you guys access to as well coming up. So no one else really has. Okay, let me answer some more questions here. Please repeat, who would you outsource your outsourcers to? A human resources person. So go onto Elance, go to Freelancer, go to Craigslist, put an ad in for a human resources person, someone that actually has experience hiring a programmer, hiring a marketing person, hiring an admin. Put your job description together and say, look, Mr. Human Resources person, I want you to help me hire this person. I want you to go and I want you to interview. I want you to qualify people. Give me the best 3 to 4 people that would fit this position, and then I'll interview them. Does that make sense? How do you outsource hiring your human resources rep? That's a good one. Can it be an HR person in India or Philippines? It doesn't matter. It depends on who you're going to hire. If you're going to hire someone in the U.S., you want a U.S. human resources person. If you're going to hire someone in India and the Philippines, you don't care if that. Yeah, you definitely want someone that's a human resources person that is better than who you're hiring. You want to make sure they have experience in that. Can we say we post reviews on behalf of our client that is white hat? I don't think we do anything that's not white hat, or I don't understand what that would mean, white hat. I understand what white hat means, but everybody's got their definition. So, what do you want a testimonial? Of course, it's a video testimonial of what you thought of Reputation Marketing Blueprint. So you bought the course, you went through it. What do you think of it? And follow the 4W testimonial principle. Okay, so I haven't answered a lot of questions here, so let me go back. I want to do some rapid fire real quick. First of all, is there anybody sold since last Thursday? You got the training. Anybody sold a new customer or got a new customer? If you don't know what a 4W testimonial is, you haven't gone through the course yet. It's in module 2, how to create. It's in module 2, how to create reviews that convert. Is it legitimate to post reviews on behalf of our clients? How do we sell this to my client? Okay, Larry's asking, is it legitimate to post a review on the behalf of someone that hasn't posted a review? Yes, I would say that it is. This is kind of open for debate. but there's no debate in our opinion. We create an account for that person. I got a 60-year-old person that sent in an email. He's like, oh, you're so amazing. You're so great. He's not going to go on Google Plus to post that. So we go up, open an account, clear our cache, do all the things that we say to do, and we'll take the exact same review that he gave and post it online. So as long as it's truthful and accurate. JP says, call your local unemployment office, ask if they have unemployed HR people, then interview 5, ask, take the best offer, and you can afford to recruit someone and give them a glowing reference as well for their time. That's a great idea, JP. Very, very smart. You got one restaurant to finalize next week. Use the reviewer's name or set up an account. That's up to you. We typically use the reviewer's first name. Let's see here. How about things like LinkedIn? Any way to utilize those recommendations or reviews? This is at your queue. Yeah, of course you can use them. Yeah. You can use any reviews you want. I mean, we've got companies that will have conversations with people. Their administrator goes into our private review page, and they'll post that review. Say, I had a conversation with so-and-so. This is what they told me. I don't care where they get them. All I care is that I get them from the client. You don't make them up. You don't try to, do anything that's gray hat. You really, really get them so there's a paper trail saying, look, I got this from a client, and we just posted it online. Lots of clients have leased websites and cannot add pages. Can I set up a WordPress site just for clients? Review portal? No, the review portal we give you. You don't have to set that up. You can just put a link if you want. Just put a link on their website to the portal if you want. Another thing too is guys, don't forget about the streaming reviews. Reputation Kahuna streams the reviews right to their website or anyone. I can't wait to see how creative you guys get, because I know some of you are going to start proposing, we're going to create 60 accounts for you online. It's 60 different blogging networks. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create an article or a review about you, and then or an article, and then we're going to post your reviews to these 60 different networks. I mean, you can put this Java code that we're giving you anywhere on the web, anywhere, in any website. So it's super hot. You guys can think creatively about that. You'll convert people just because you're going to be doing these reviews. Again, this is a way to market the reviews online. If a client testimonial is on his own website, can this be posted in Google? No, you can only post. You can take those reviews and post them on Google, sure, but they're not automatically going to post to Google. Will streaming reviews allow clients to look before a review goes public on their website? No, it doesn't allow them to look. You set a filter, Eva. Eva's saying, look, these reviews are streaming. Is there any way that the client reviews them first? Well, yes and no. They don't have a chance to review them. You just filter them. So what you'll do is you'll create a code that says, look, I don't want any reviews that aren't 5-star reviews or 4-star reviews. So if it is a bad review that comes into that site, that will not be posted. Sean says they haven't done the training. Yes, that's correct. Those of you that show up, you got to do the training. You got to go through it before you come on these trainings here. This is to answer the tough questions, not the ones where you got me in a video teaching you already. Any FTC language regarding testimonials? We need to put that into our contracts? Not that I'm aware of. I mean, we're posting reviews. We're not selling things. We're not making claims. We're not making claims about money. We're not making claims about really money. That's the big thing. The FTC just doesn't want people making false claims or claims about money. Those are the two big no-nos. Maybe you can add a review button on a mobile website, would bring into a ton of views to curate. So the question is, could we add a review button to our JavaScript? And then that review button would go to their landing page. Yeah, that's a good one. So we'll put that as an upgrade. We'll work on that. So what you'll do is you'll have a chance to. Oh, I actually think we already did. That's in one of our upgrades. Which is when you create that code, you'll have a chance to check a box to say add a review button. And when they click that review button, then you have to give it the link that you want that review button to go to. So you could link technically to Yelp or City Search or any of these sites, but it's better to link to your private review portal. Yes, I will be recording. I will be posting this only inside MEP's Reputation Marketing Blueprint training. Correct. What kind of time frame do we tell the prospects for getting results? Getting results? I don't know. It's hard to say getting results. I mean, it depends on how bad their reputation is. But, I mean, technically, if they give you 10 reviews, if you post those 10 reviews, they'll probably see those 10 reviews in 48 hours. If you post those reviews and let's say they got 10 reviews, 5 are bad, 5 are good, and you post another 10 reviews, they'll go from probably a 15 score to a 21 on Google and Zaggett's rating. So you'll average up the score just like we talk about in the blueprint. 1 per day on Google. That's correct. Google reviews take longer. Yeah, they do. We're actually having a little trouble ourselves with posting some of these reviews. You got to make sure that you do it perfectly the way we describe it. Yes, 10 will. Number one is you won't see your score unless you have 10 reviews. Number two is that there's approximately 6 to 8 on the front page. So in order to push the one down, you at least need 6 to 8 to push it off the page. When will the presentation be available? Let me ask you guys this. I could give you guys a jump start. Would you want me to maybe post these tomorrow, these slides tomorrow, just to give you guys a jump start, and then when I get them finished, post the rest of them? Okay. I will do that. Give me till tomorrow. I'll create another bonus. Maybe Saturday. Give me till Saturday because tomorrow's a pretty big day of development. So give me till Saturday. I'll have these Saturday, and then hopefully by Monday, I'll have everything done for you. At least you'll have something. Okay, good.